Okay, so many questions that really come up with the decisions that Trump has taken, particularly of going ahead and signing this oil deal with Pakistan. We don't know the terms and conditions just yet, just that an announcement has been made and a trade deal with Pakistan has also been signed. Gaurav Samant is joining us live from the newsroom with more on this. Gaurav, first of all, what really explains, the manner in which Trump has become so pally with Pakistan in the last few months?
There are several ways to look at this. One, is Trump playing a much bigger game? Pakistan is very, very close to China. And is Trump attempting to wean Pakistan away from China? And in case Donald Trump were to play a bigger role, or Pakistan, inside Pakistan, it would be a setback to China's investments in Pakistan. They've sunk more than $30 billion of $60 billion in the China-Pakistan economic corridor, and there have been absolutely no results. And if the United States were to get in, it would be a setback for China. But that may be one part of the story. The other part, as many see this, Trump may be behaving like a jilted lover. He expected a trade deal from India. He's clearly not getting that trade deal on his terms. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi appears to have dug in his heels on various aspects. And that is why, is it to spite India that he's cozying up to Pakistan? Of course, he had been cozying up to Pakistan even earlier. This is a Trump who's very, very different from the Trump in his first tenure, who'd accused Pakistan of stealing $33 billion and being involved in the killing of US soldiers in Afghanistan. So it's a very different Trump. He's also got a cryptocurrency deal for his family, according to reports from Pakistan. Yeah. He's expecting to perhaps get some oil in oil deals in Pakistan, expecting to get some minerals from Pakistan. So a lot of promises have been made to him. Will they be fulfilled remains to be seen.
But also, Gaurav, on the aspect of this oil deal with Pakistan, it's rather confusing that Trump has agreed to any sort of oil deal. Again, let me reiterate that we don't know exactly what kind of a deal this is. But for Pakistan itself, the fact that they talk of massive oil reserves, is that really the case? Do they have those kind of resources?
Pakistan is, if I may, like Miss Havisham of Charles Dickens' Great Expectations. So there are great expectations that there will be oil, but then those expectations have been dashed so far. Miss Havisham kept waiting to be that bride. Pakistan is still waiting for that oil. And remember, it was in 2019 when Imran Khan was the then Prime Minister of Pakistan. There were these big claims of oil exploration and oil find in the Indus Basin, and it was claimed that these are the biggest reserves of oil in Asia. This was 2019. Indus G Basin, Imran Khan had claimed there was offshore drilling off the coast of Karachi. Nothing emerged, but that's one part of the story. 17 attempts have been made, 17 major attempts between 1960 and 2018 by Sun Oil of the United States, Wintershell Germany, Husky Canada, Petro Canada, Total France, Shell Netherlands. But there are all but dry holes and non-commercial finds. So great expectations dashed. Miss Havisham still waiting for oil.
Well, you have an interesting comparison there, Gaurav, but thank you very much for joining us. So as Gaurav told you there, for Pakistan, they've constantly said we have oil, but the reality is that Pakistan themselves import oil in. So what exactly is the reality here? A lot of claims, and we've referred to it as crude claims versus reality. Here's what we know really about Pakistan's oil resources and these massive reserves that they're talking about. Well, as far as proven oil reserves are concerned, that's at about 353.5 million barrels. So overall, if you look at it globally, you look at the ranking, Pakistan is at about 52nd place globally. So at numbers of global reserves, again, if we were to go ahead and do that comparison, this is, by the way, of the proven oil reserves, it's about 0.02% of the global reserves. Obviously, it's not some massive big oil market for the world to tap into looking at these particular numbers. But beyond that, let's also talk about production versus demand. We've taken a look at really the proven oil reserves as far as production versus demand goes. The daily oil production is at 88,000 barrels a day. Consumption is 550,000 plus barrels a day. So look at the numbers there and the stark difference. 88,000 barrels per day is what's produced versus consumption at 550,000 plus barrels per day. So 84% of the demand for Pakistan is actually met through imports. So can they actually be talking about a deal with another country? As far as the offshore potential goes, there have in fact been seismic surveys in the offshore Indus Basin. There are indications there that yes, maybe there are potential reserves, but there has so far been no confirmation whatsoever. So it's a gamble largely at this point. There has been hints, yes, but no confirmed large discoveries to date, which is why all that's happening right now is extremely confusing about why really this kind of an oil deal is being struck.